Social engineering attacks are designed to exploit our human nature and behavior. You see, we humans have common characteristic flaws, which ultimately make us the weak link in security. After all, we can easily be fooled, make mistakes, cause harm, or intentionally violate policies. What's more, we have certain characteristics, such as our need to trust, to provide assistance, and show off, making us humans a cocktail of complex emotions and characteristics which can be deemed good or bad, but ultimately create risks, especially when we are hired as employees or personnel to a company or business. It is therefore important to consider the risks that personnel represent to a business and implement security strategies to minimize and handle those risks. Now, let's dive into some of these risks. Fundamentally, social engineering attacks take two forms. The first being to convince someone to perform an unauthorized operation. And the second form is to convince someone to reveal confidential information. A key note: in just about every case in social engineering, the attacker tries to convince the victim to perform some activity or to reveal a piece of information that they shouldn't. Now, let's go through some common examples of social engineering attack. In this first example, imagine a website offering some free products or services, and in order to access these, all the user has to do is download some malicious malware onto their PC. Of course, the user may not know that this is malware, as all they want is their freebie. In our next example, imagine someone who looks like a repair technician and who claims that the CEO had made a service call to fix a leak in their office. The fake technician is very adamant and sure that the leak can only be fixed upon his entering into the CEO's office. And in our final example, perhaps the most common, is when the business receives some form of phone call. For example, an IT support desk receiving a phone call from a supposed department manager who requires a password reset immediately. Of course, there are much more attacks that are much more complicated than this, which continually evolve with the advancing technologies. However, you get the idea. And finally, a key note. The most important defense against social engineering attacks are user education and awareness training, which should aim to provide just enough of a healthy dose of paranoia and suspicion to help users detect or notice potential social engineering attacks without much preparation. I will be creating a part 2 to this video which will discuss in more technical detail some of the social engineering principles and tactics that attackers use to get users to act. So, to ensure you do not miss my upcoming video, please be sure to like and subscribe to this channel if not already. And in the meantime, check out my other videos on the CISSP exam organized into animated playlists, which are updated regularly with new video content like this. Thank you for watching today's video.